All right, athletes, welcome back to step 2. We're doing some core training today. The first thing that we did was in a hip flex position. In a hip flex position, we wanted to make sure that we could keep connected from the pelvis to the rib cage. So do we have core stability with hip flexion and hip extension? The next thing we're going to do is, can we move out of that? Can we separate and disconnect the pelvis and the rib cage? And then can we realign? So the first part of that is going to be this. Back here, arms out like this, palms up, if you can see that. Shoulder blades back. It's not cheating to press back just a little bit. And then take your head, your chin, and press back just a teeny bit. So next thing, 90 degrees. Obviously, to go onto this state, we want to make sure that we can breathe right into the belly here. We're connected to this 90 position. Then we're just going to drop off to the side here. You're going to feel a little bit of a stretch over here and the other side. So 90 position, and we're going to call this windshield wipers. Now again, we should be able to change our head position, and then you should not have to, you shouldn't have to change this position right here, or the stability here, or the stability here. The next thing that we're going to do, we're going to go hands and knees. And I think most of you are probably familiar with this kind of motion, like a cat-cow type motion. The whole spine rounds. The whole spine extends. So spine flexion, spine extension. Now we're going to take the spine that's on the rib cage, we're going to hold that up so it's in a little flex position, and then we're going to move just as much as we can the pelvis. So we're holding this thoracic spine here on the rib cage in one position, and we're rotating the hips forward and backwards, this way and this way. So it's going to look like this from this angle. Now, one thing that you can't tell here is what I've done with my shoulders is I've made sure that these are nice and soft. It's super easy to start rotating this and to do this kind of thing, or to bend the elbows or whatever. So we're going to fully extend the elbows, push the shoulder blades back this way, away from the ear. Hold them there and then rotate. Now, if you can only rotate a little bit, some people, they can't really rotate that much, because to get this movement, they have to do a lot of this movement. That's okay. Tiny movements is good. And then from there, the next thing that we're going to do, once you get that one going, we're going to come back and we're just going to rotate that pelvis forward. Bring it all the way back to your heels if you can. And then come back up. Now some people this bugs their wrist until their shoulders get healthy. Sometimes that can create a lot of pain on the wrist. You can do this. You can grab pillows, whatever you need to do to protect your wrist. And you're just going to bring your hips backwards. And when you come forward, those hips are going to rotate to wherever they need to be. And then you're going to rotate them forward. Now when I rotate these forward, when I rotate my hips forward, which means this bone in the front comes closer to your femur, to your thigh bone, what you're going to do is, I like to rotate that with some muscles that are way down in there. Again, we had a picture of our hips, our pelvis is like that, spine back here, bony pelvis right here. Something that's way back in here, right up next to your spine, is going to rotate that hips this way, this way. Now you can tell we're already sneaking in to squat patterns. Right? This is a squat, but we're just on our hands and knees, and we're gonna progress that, just like we did from the ground, to a kneeling position and to a standing position. And again, if you feel like it, you can make this just a little bit more challenging by bringing your knees off the ground, and you can rotate. when you can rock. Always keep the elbows straight, always keep the shoulders away from the ear, always keep breathing into your belly through all those movements. You shouldn't have to hold your breath to stabilize with your, in that rocking position. If you have to hold your breath, to be in that rocking position with your knees off, go back to knees down and be able to breathe through both of those movements. Pelvis rotations forwards and forward back rocking. All right, that's step 2. See you on step 3.